Emperor Akbar. He was the greatest monarch of India. He was born in 1542 to the Mughal Emperor Humayun and Hamida Banu Begum. Akbar was raised by his paternal uncles while his own father was in exile. He spent his time in hunting, horse riding, running, playing sword, and got the training as a great warrior. Akbar didn't know how to read or write, but he was taught different subjects like history, philosophy, geography, and science, and this made him eligible to understand the world in a better way. He was the first Muslim emperor in India who expanded his empire to almost whole of the land. After the death of his father, he took the throne and went after the states in northern, western, and eastern region, especially Delhi, Agra, Rajputana, Gujarat, Bengal, Kabul, Kandahar, and Balochistan, that he conquered and became the sole emperor of the whole of India. Akbar adopted such policies that brought peace in the land, and he made the strange ties with the western countries. He married Ruqayya Sultan Begum in 1551, who was his first cousin, though he married many more, but those were only for political purposes. He supported art and culture in the land and constructed numerous architectural masterpieces. Akbar also introduced an unusual thing that was not acceptable for the Muslims, as he introduced a new sect called Din-e-Ilahi, where he combined all the practices of different religions, including Islam, Hinduism, Jainism, Zoroastrianism, and Christianity. He did so after making Ibadat Khana at Fatehpur Sikri. He died in 1605. Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta Maurya was born in 340 BC. He was the founder of Maurya Empire, stretching across Kashmir to Deccan, Afghanistan to Balochistan, Bengal, and Assam. He also seized the Macedonian territories and also conquered the territories of Alexander's general called Seleucus. It is Maurya who is credited with making an independent state under the supremacy of one government. Maurya is also credited with the great achievement that is the destruction of Nanda dynasty. At the age of 20, Chandragupta Maurya took the assistance of a Brahmin, economist, and political scholar called Chanaka, who later on became his mentor. Maurya converted to Jainism and left his throne for good. He traveled to Shravan-Bela-Gola, a famous religious site in South India, where he meditated and fasted to death in 298 BC. Emperor Ashoka. Emperor Ashoka was born in 304 BC near Patna to the second emperor of Maurya dynasty, Bindusara, and Maharani Dharma. He took royal trainings of hunting, fighting, and learned other skills required by the kings. The spread of Buddhism in many parts of the world is credited to the Emperor Ashoka. He was the third ruler of Maurya Empire. He was also known as Ashoka the Great. He focused on expanding his empire. His reign is considered to be the golden period of Indian history. He continued with war and fight and expanded his empire, but the turnover came when he lost 1 lakh soldiers and civilians died and 1,50,000 deported in the Battle of Kalinga. After this war, he became surprisingly peaceful. Today you can find signs of Ashoka on the pillars. The places of meditation are still called stupas. Ashoka Chakra is also found on many things as a relic. He was a great warrior and a king, but remained a brutal force in the beginning. The story of his accession to the throne is quite dramatic and ill, as he had to kill his 99 brothers to claim the throne, who kept the first competition after his father's death. Shahjahan. Emperor Shahjahan. The world knows this legend for his love for his wife Mumtaz Mahal, that gave this world the mausoleum that enchanted the tale of love and affection. For centuries, Shahjahan was the fifth Mughal emperor of India. He had an impressive lineage. His father was Emperor Jahangir and grandfather was Akbar the Great. He was the third born son, and it was very unlikely for him to become the king, as he did not have any interest into politics, but it was predicted that he would be the king. Earlier, he didn't have any interest in politics. Later on, his interest grew gradually, and he eliminated all the contenders and became quite close to his father, who named him the next king at the time of his death. Shahjahan took to throne and wanted to rule for a long time. For this purpose, he exiled his brothers and nephews. Shahjahan was the patron of arts and culture and architecture. In his reign, in the Mughal Empire became the center of arts, culture, and craft. He is credited with some of the greatest architectural phenomena such as Red Fort, Jama Masjid in Delhi, and Shalimar Gardens of Lahore. Shivaji Bhosle. Shivaji Bhosle was the founder of Maratha Empire. He was born to Shah Bhosle and mother Jijabai. He was named after a Hindu lord, Shivaji. He made a self-regulating Maratha empire and made Rajt his capital. He was given the name Chhatrapati for leading a fight against Mughal Empire. He was a great warrior and considered a hero by the Hindus as he brought all the Hindu leaders against Mughal Empire close to each other. He fell ill with fever and passed away in 1680 at the age of 52. Out of all the surviving wives of Shivaji, Tlabai committed sati by lying on his funeral or pyre.